Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. No longer doing pregnancy updates, and instead today I'm going to share with you my 6-week postpartum update. I'm just at 6 weeks now, and yeah, I thought I'd share with you how, not even just 6 weeks right now how I'm doing, but how I transitioned from the very beginning when we first had Lily until now, and just more so how I've been doing. So let's start with the easy stuff, I guess. Physical changes. So I think at my heaviest, right before I was due, I weighed in at around 139 pounds. I remember I felt swollen, huge, just super uncomfortable. Yeah. 6 weeks now, I am down to 120 pounds. Definitely not my pre-pregnancy weight by any means. My pre-pregnancy weight was 107, but I don't expect to be there because to maintain my pre-pregnancy weight, I ate differently and I also worked out quite regularly, whereas now I don't have time to work out and other things. So yeah, I actually got to 120 pounds at about the 3 or 4 week postpartum mark, and I've sort of just stayed around there since then. So I think this is where I'm gonna stay unless I actively work harder to lose the weight by either doing more exercise or changing my diet, but really right now it's whatever is quick and easy because, hey, I have a baby. Yeah. So in terms of clothes and my pre-pregnancy clothes, most of my tops fit, but that's because I never wore tight-fitting tops anyways. Like most of them were like these loose sort of t-shirts, so yeah, they fit now. Like, I also have my belly sticking out, but my pants definitely do not fit yet. I tried on a pair of my old jeans and I can get them on. The thing is, I can't button them comfortably. It's that point where when you button them, they are so tight that it's like, ugh, if I sit down it's gonna hurt, so definitely not wearing those. So I'm still wearing my maternity jeans. Oh, Lord. And I'm just wearing a lot of maxi skirts, and I have one pair of shorts I can fit because they were too big for me beforehand. But another good thing, my shoes fit again. Yay! I don't have to just wear the same pair of flip-flops and H&M flats. I can actually wear all my shoes again, which is just nice to have. So yeah, that's my weight in body.
What am I doing with my hands?
My tummy is definitely a lot smaller than when I had Lily inside of me, but the skin is definitely a lot looser, and there's still the linea nigra is still there as well too. Let me show you quickly a quick belly shot. I'm gonna kneel up here. So yeah, this is my belly. Like, oh, you can see my birthmark again. But yeah, this line is still here. My belly button is much bigger than before, but yeah, kind of lazy to stand up and film another one, guys. But yeah, definitely just have a bit of a belly pooch here, but whatever. I had a baby 6 weeks ago. I don't care. So other things with me. Oh, my skin was amazing after giving birth. Must have been all the oxytocin and the hormones, but my skin looked amazing. Like, it was clear and glowy and everything nice. But since then, my skin has pretty much gone back to what it was before pregnancy. So yeah. Oh, my appetite hasn't really changed because I didn't have those crazy strong cravings when I was pregnant anyways. So I'm still eating the same things, but I get to have raw fish and sashimi now. So awesome because I miss that so much. So whenever Calvin asks, what should we get for dinner? Like, we don't have any food in the fridge and we want to get takeout. I'm just like, do you even need to ask? Obviously, I want salmon sashimi, a negitoa roll, Alaska roll, all those kind of things instead. That's been pretty nice. And in terms of the quantity that I eat, I think it's still quite similar to what I ate during my last trimester. I can eat more at each meal, and I'll still snack in the middle, but also it's because I am exclusively breastfeeding, and that takes a lot of work. And also I drink a lot of water now. Fun fact, for every cup of breast milk that I make, I need to drink 3 cups of water. So think of how much, like, I exclusively breastfeed, and that's only the water intake I need to make milk. There's also the water intake I need just for my body to survive. So drinking tons of these every day. Oh, as I shared in our birth story, I had a tear in my perineum from giving birth, but at 6 weeks postpartum, stitches have gone. Everything feels fine down there, and yeah, I think I'm pretty much all healed, which is pretty nice to feel normal again. So now getting to sort of the more difficult stuff. I'll start with the emotional changes and how I've been doing. So emotionally, in those first 2 weeks postpartum, oh my gosh, it was hard. It was a really difficult emotional adjustment to go from, it was only Calvin and I, we took care of each other, but now there's this other little being, this baby that fully relies on us to take care of her. So emotionally, that was just shifting my brain and thinking that way was really difficult. And also just being so sleep deprived made it so hard as well. Like, man, I just remember crying a lot in the first 2 weeks. Mostly because also my milk supply hadn't come in yet, so then I couldn't feed Lily as much, and then she would get upset, and then I didn't want to use any formula to supplement. I wanted to only exclusively breastfeed. Just a decision that Calvin and I made. So it was really hard at first. So when my milk finally came in, it got a little bit better, but then I had these engorged breasts and they were so painful, and I was just like, why is my body all over the place? And I was like, this is not fair. My body already delivered a baby. Shouldn't everything else be easier? But once I got over that, it got better as well. But still, it was very difficult at the beginning because Lily had spurts of inconsolable crying. Like, she would sometimes cry for an hour or 2 hours, and we would do everything and nothing would work. Like, most of the time when she cries, her problem can be solved by breastfeeding, pretty much all the time. But breastfeeding didn't work, holding her didn't work, we changed her diaper, that didn't work. We made sure she wasn't too hot or too cold, still didn't work. Like, it's just inconsolable crying, and unfortunately that's just the reality of babies. Like, they just cry, and sometimes they'll cry for no reason. It's just what they have to do. So yeah, that made it really difficult. I remember many mornings I was like, I need a break. I've been feeding for so long. She's not happy still. She's not drinking, but when I take her off, she's crying. I just had a few meltdowns, breakdowns, whatever you want to call them. But I'm definitely having a lot less now. Maybe I have once a week, not even sometimes. I'm definitely adapting a lot more. So yeah, emotionally it was really hard at first. And it's also really difficult when Calvin went back to work. Because up until that point, it was always Calvin and I as a team working with Lily and trying to put out the fires, like why she's crying. But when he left for work, whole new waves of anxiety rolled over me because it was like, oh my gosh, it's only me. I don't get a break. What am I gonna do? And I had also anxiety about letting her cry, whereas I'm okay with her crying now because it definitely still breaks my heart. Still pulls on my heartstrings when I hear her cry, but sometimes I really need to take care of myself. Like, it's okay to let her cry for that 1 minute so that I can quickly go to the bathroom so I'm not like holding it in while I try to feed her. Or just letting her cry for maybe another 2 minutes so I can quickly finish my meal. Just because I need to eat, I need to be okay myself, or else I can't take care of her. So yeah. So in those first 2 weeks, I relied a lot on my parents and Calvin's parents and our friends to bring us food, to help watch Lily so we get some rest. So yeah, sorry, that was a little bit all over the place, but that's where I was at emotionally then. But at about the 4 week to now, I'm feeling a lot better. Like, I feel more confident in my mothering skills, if I can call it that. I feel like I can understand Lily a lot more now, having known her for 6 weeks and spending a lot of quality time with her. Yeah, so we still have a lot of good days and bad days. Like, it switches every now and then, but I think now I'm just a lot better at adapting and dealing with those bad days. Whereas at the very beginning, I didn't know how to deal with the bad days, so I would just cry it out. Now I'm like, okay, all I do is hold her a little bit longer, feed her again if she's not feeding. I may have to do another video on these things. There's so many tangent videos I can make with this. But all in all, I'm just better at dealing with the bad days. Other things that have changed, or at my 6-week postpartum, I really miss human interaction. Like me as an adult talking to another adult instead of me as an adult talking to my baby, because when I talk to my baby, it's all just like, hey baby, how's it going? And there's no response. Like I really do miss that, like when I went to work, all the witty banter and all that. But I think I'll make it a point to try and engage more with other people in the coming weeks. What else? Oh, it's been difficult because I'm trying to find a new routine now. Because, well, before my old routine was wake up, go to work, come home, work on some YouTube, do some other errands, other things like that, and that was my day. But now I need to figure out something different. So, still figuring it out, but it really all depends on how Lily's schedule is, and I haven't quite figured out her schedule, if she even has a schedule, so I don't. It's a work in progress. I'm slowly getting back into exercising just by walking with the stroller or just doing a little bit of Blogilates at home, but nothing too intense because my body's still not quite ready for that yet. Let's give you a quick little snippet of how Lily's been doing from 0 to 6 weeks. She went from 6 pounds 4 ounces when she was born to now 8 pounds 3 ounces. She's sleeping loads better and she's napping a lot better as well too. She has no more inconsolable crying, thank goodness. And she's starting to make vowel sounds, like not really babbling, but she's going wah, 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 instead, so it's cute. If I catch her on camera, I'll definitely put it in here, but if not, Lily in the vlogs. Keep watching the vlogs to find them. But yeah, that is my 6-week postpartum update. If you have any other questions for me, leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like a lot of videos for a while now, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!